Welcome back to the Bloody Brilliant Beers podcast brought to you by Bluebet.
We are the Bloody Brilliant Beers. We started off reviewing craft beers on Facebook, and now we bring you the conversations you'd more than likely hear at the front bar of your local. And Josh, where are we coming to the lovely people from?
Our giggly selves are coming from the Giggly Caxton Hotel, which is our local.
We can't even begin to explain why we're giggling.
Yeah, I don't know. Maybe because we're like at that point where it's just like tiredness becomes hysteria.
We've already been here for 2 hours at least, and we haven't even started recording the podcast. Yeah. Anyway, you know what they say: when you work hard, you drum up a thirst, and for any good thirst, you should jam a bloke down your throat. So, without further ado, Josh, cheers, my good friend.
Ting.
Let's jam this down our throat. Shout out to Kempy from Bloke in a Bar. Thank you for the support, mate. If you want to get some bloke down your throat, head to blokeinabar.com and enter your, postcode at the Stockers.
That's it.
I think the Stockers store locator. That's the word.
Store located. Yeah, that's a lot better word than stockist.
Yeah.
And that's a lot more true. So, yeah, go to blokeinabar.com and chuck in that postcode to find where you can get some delicious bloke down your throat. Now,
The Sport Pod. Welcome to the Sport Pod.
It is the Sport Pod.
We've got a new slogan. I think we forgot to do it last week.
Yeah, we did.
We've actually only ever done it once, but it's going to be new.
Yeah.
This is the Sport Pod. If you are looking for in-depth analysis and a breakdown of statistics, kindly fuck off.
Kindly fuck off.
Kindly fuck off because you're in the wrong spot.
Yep.
We're just going to talk shit about sport for the next half an hour or so.
Exactly. And the first thing we're going to be talking shit about is the Australian cricket team. Tell you what, it's been a fucking disappointing tour to India thus far.
It has been.
Now, we did have some promise in the first innings of the New Delhi game, but then it just all went to shit. I think we lost 9 wickets in 90 minutes, which is pretty fucked in itself.
We did say last week that, once a summer sport like that goes into winter and goes overseas, we don't really care as much.
Yeah.
Slightly different this year because there's not a lot of footy on yet.
Yeah.
We're sort of in that weird in-between section, although there is a lot of other sport. So we don't not care, but it's not as if it's like a home action.
It's not really
series.
it's not the forefront of our minds
Exactly.
of sport.
Yeah.
But it does still suck nonetheless.
It does still suck.
But a few people are calling us out about our long sleeve shit, saying that it wasn't true, but obviously Todd Murphy took his 7 wickets in the first innings.
Yeah.
First game, sorry. And then we've got Usman Khawaja showing a little bit of ticker, getting 77.
Yeah.
In the first innings with long sleeves.
Doesn't sound that impressive, but when you put it in the scheme of things and how many Australians scored in total, it's a massive effort.
A man with long sleeves had the largest amount of runs scored for the country.
Has there been a game in this test series thus far where a man in long sleeves from Australia has not performed?
I don't think so.
There hasn't. They've always been the shining light.
There hasn't. But unfortunately, he couldn't basically come through with the goods in the second innings either. Got a little bit of a theory on that though, Das.
Yeah, we have a theory for everything.
Yeah, we do. So look, obviously there's a fuck ton of fog around in India.
Smog potentially even.
Yeah.
What's the difference?
Smog,
I don't know. Smog,
one's
fog.
fucking pollution and really bad for you, which is I think what they've got over there. And now look, I think basically, what we've had a discussion beforehand for is that we think this has clouded Uzi's vision, and therefore he can't actually see that he's still got long sleeves on. So
can't see that far out in front of him.
If you can't see, and then also with just the hot heat feel that you actually have long sleeves, of course you're not going to think you have them.
Exactly. You don't have that like sort of reassurance and confidence that you're out there in your long sleeves.
And then you become like a beta like the other countries with their cricketers short sleeves. So
and that's what happens.
Yeah, look, now we're not going to confirm or deny that he lost the vision of his sleeves, but that just seems to be the most logical explanation.
If you're coming out of saying that our theory doesn't make sense and you're saying Usman has long sleeves and didn't perform, well, you can't really confirm that the theory doesn't make sense. One, because he did perform in the first innings.
He did.
And two, you don't know about the fog and stuff. Like, it could be that. You never know.
Yeah, exactly. If anything, I think the theory that is starting to get proved a bit better that you need to be able to see.
Yeah.
So, look, that's just our little thoughts on that. We've got a lot of players going home for different reasons and coming back. Obviously, Pat Cummins with family issues. That sucks.
David Warner's injured.
David Warner's injured. Gone. See you later. You won't see him playing in India again, fellas.
No.
At least for Australia, you definitely won't. Ashton Agar's gone home. There's just... I don't know. There's a lot of lonely boys. A lot of lonely
I'm actually
boys.
interested for at the time of recording, footy season's about to kick off, as we touched on. I know in the NRL they don't really wear long sleeves, same in the Super Rugby, I think, but AFL occasionally a couple of players get around in long sleeve jerseys.
Yeah, I don't mind it.
Be interesting to see how they perform this year. We should keep an eye out for that.
I think the long sleeves is just, maybe we'll get some long sleeves for Jeeves.
Yeah.
Jeez.
Not a bad shout.
That'd be great.
You'd literally be unstoppable yourself. Like the old vintage, like the like Canterbury like jumper style ones you get? Yeah.
I think I would be that sweaty.
You'd be so smelly.
That like people would not be able to wrap around. They'd just
repulsive.
fall off.
Yeah.
Yeah, and I'd be smelly.
Repulsive.
Yeah, sorry, I agree.
Yeah.
Alrighty. Cricket, fuck off.
See you, bud.
Next, bit of NRL. Preseason's come to an end. Manly win the 100K for the preseason challenge. Who fucking cares?
Yeah.
But it did make me think, if you were the Manly football team, how would you use your 100K at the club?
Now, 100, like this is genuinely me thinking out loud here. Haven't put too much thought into this point, but 100K to an NRL team's not a lot. Like, isn't the salary cap like 12
Nah,
million?
but yeah, it's not to be used on the players, I don't think.
Yeah,
it's just
yeah.
like, or it could be used as a bonus, I'm not sure.
Yeah, but it's not used as like part of the salary cap. I almost reckon you just do like a stupid, I don't know if you've ever done this, but like when I got my first full-time job, I was like, my first paycheck, I'm going to spend the entire amount on something fucking dumb.
Yeah.
Like dumb as fuck.
Yeah.
Like I can't remember what I got, but it was like a huge TV or something that I just didn't need.
Yeah.
That was a luxury.
It's like me with my last tax return where I bought a 75-inch TV that I couldn't fit into the car.
Exactly right.
Yeah.
I feel like it's almost got to be that, right? Like you can't put it
100%.
towards a salary.
No.
The salary of a player.
No.
Have a bit of fun with it.
I agree. I think maybe they could go for, I don't know, a new marketing team.
Who, Manly?
Yeah.
Yeah, right.
I'd fucking pay for a new marketing team.
Yeah. Get Tom and Eddie on the job.
Yeah. 100%. I would, yes. Manly Sea Eagles, get Tom and Eddie because they're obviously invested in the club and they're not going to go out there and do things that could be detrimental to your season.
I don't know. Give those boys $100,000 cash to go and have a be fun. I reckon they might do some detrimental things.
Yeah, okay.
Mainly to themselves, probably.
Yeah, probably to themselves. But I think they will probably use it as team bonding to get stuff to bring the boys together.
Yep. If it was me on the Manly board, as an avid Broncos supporter, and I absolutely hate Manly, the Seagulls, I'd go and buy a whole lot of double-ended dildos so they could all fuck themselves. Kindly.
Yeah, respectfully, of
Kindly
course.
fuck yourselves, boys.
Respectfully, of course. Yeah, I don't know. I'd probably use the 100K to buy out of the Manly club.
What do you mean buy out?
Well, I want to be bought out, but I would pay 100K to get out of that dumpster fire.
Right, if you're on the board, I'll give you 100K.
Yeah, I'll give you 100K so I can finally get out of here.
Yeah, get me out of here.
So that's sort of what I'm thinking. But all right, let's flip it then. If you had 100K at the Broncos, what would you be spending it on?
Yeah, see, that's a tough one. I think we've sort of said it a lot on this podcast, and not just the sports pod, but culture is where the money's at, especially pre-season and stuff. Blah blah. I'd almost just go, hey, Stello, we're coming upstairs at the Caco. We're going to black out the windows and all the doors, lock us in, and I'm putting whatever the blackout cost, take that off the top, and the remainder's going on the bar.
Yep.
And we're only drinking blokes.
Yeah, 100%. We turned the upstairs of the Caxton into a bloke bar.
A bloke bar, a den of bloke.
Yeah.
A dark den of bloke.
Is it I was going to say, is that like any coincidence that Den would have a den of bloke?
A den of bloke. Denon's den.
There's something in that.
It's Denon's den.
Denon's den of bloke.
Yeah.
Yeah, that'd be great. Look, if I had it for Melbourne, I'd do a similar sort of thing.
Fly yourself down there so you could say you've been.
Yeah. Well, guess what? As of next Friday, I can finally say,
that's next week. Fuck, yeah.
Yeah, crazy. I didn't even think of that until just then. But, yeah, I don't know. I'd probably fly the boys up to the Caxton and get them involved. And obviously, this room has seen a lot of winning teams, so get them up here.
Get them on their hands and knees, just
that's it.
Smelling the carpet.
Alternatively, I think I'd buy everyone a massage chair.
Yeah, that would be cool.
So they could just sit at home in a massage chair.
Yeah, that'd be
I think that'd be awesome.
Yeah, I would like that personally.
But maybe I'd use the 100K just to buy, like, Cameron Munster as a friend.
Yeah. Fix
Wouldn't
the
that be
dents in
good?
Corey Parker's car.
Yeah.
Hate those Melbourne players.
What's Melbourne players?
I don't even think it was his car. He said it.
I found that quite offensive. Yeah.
Just could have been Shane Webke's.
Back in the day.
Petros, I can't remember.
It could have been.
If you don't know what we're talking about, it's an old ad.
NRMA
insurance, yeah.
Whatever it is in your state, it's probably not as good as NRMA.
No.
Alrighty. So Penrith. This is one thing that I found cringe as fuck on the weekend. Penrith lost to St. Helens in the World Club Challenge, and when it got to 12-all, Nathan Cleary did the injecting ice into veins thing. Yeah, look, we've said we've look, we're not saying confirm or deny, but we think Nathan could have,
altered his chin.
Altered his chin.
Yeah.
And therefore altered his body. But we're not saying he did. It's just a possibility.
It's a possibility.
So maybe he was trying to own up to it because he's guilty.
Yeah,
and
right.
Feeling the guilt.
Yeah, finally.
Much like a maths bride goes and throws up at another maths wedding when she feels the guilt
don't watch maths,
of deceiving.
I've never watched it, but
yeah, dude, don't. Yeah. Nah, it's a pretty good feeling. But I just thought that was so cringe, and also Darcy's been fucking saying for ages that Penrith are not going to be as good as what they were last year.
I still think they're going to be great.
They'll be good, but losing Appy.
There's no way they win the premiership this year.
You don't reckon?
No, not a single chance. I'll bet anyone that the Penrith will not win a case, that Penrith will not win. Case of bloke, there you go. Any of our friends out there listening, I have to know you personally. Case of bloke on the line, Penrith won't win the premiership.
I like that.
Yeah.
I like that a lot. I won't be doing that.
Pussy.
Well, because I'm just trying to think of who I don't think would win the premiership.
It's kind of an easy bet for me because I've got 15 possible winners, you know what I mean?
Yeah, okay. 16.
16. Well, the Dolphins aren't going to win, so 15.
Jeez. I think it's a bit rough. I think they're in with a chance.
Yeah.
They're in with a chance.
They're always in with a chance.
Yeah, that's it. Also, I saw something on the P's and D's page today that the RIF, Penrith as a suburb has changed its name or something.
Yeah, right.
And that maybe the team should change its name to reflect it. I'll just get up what it is. So I saw something on the punters and dribblers page today that Penrith is also known as Lemon Groves. They said maybe they should be the Lemon Grove Panthers.
Yeah, I would like that.
Something about some chick was given 100 acres or something back in the day, and she called it Lemon Grove, and that's where Penrith is. So
yeah, there you go.
Yeah, imagine that, the Lemon Grove Panthers. Penrith has a bit of pizzazz to it, and it's a bit intimidating. But Lemon Grove
is pizzazz a word, or are you thinking pizzazz?
No, I think pizzazz. Pirates. Oh no, it's Pants.
Prince of Pants.
Yeah, but.
That's a racehorse.
I don't know. Yeah, it is. The Pirates of Pants.
This is what we were talking about earlier. You can't speak anymore, which is not very good for a podcast.
Yeah, no, not at all. Anyway, moving on. Reece Walsh has been spotted at the Caco this weekend kissing Alfie Langer. Now, Dust, do you think this is a sign of Broncos unity and possibly an omen?
Mate, I know that we spoke about this being a point of the podcast, but previously when I said I'd spend my $100,000 at the Broncos on getting the boys together up here, I hadn't even thought that's, hadn't even remembered that they'd done that video from the weekend.
Shit.
But yeah, to me, seeing the boys together at such an iconic pub before the season, as I said before, we've been saying it from the get-go. You can't buy culture. You can't teach it.
You can't.
Seeing the boys unified. Everyone knows there's nothing better than a piss up with your mates.
Yeah, 100%.
When you're meeting new people, work, whatever, new friends, new footy team, get on the piss. The next day, it's fucking oath. We're all so much better friends.
Mate, we actually last year had a couple of losses. I believe 6th grade had 4 losses in a row. I wasn't present for any of them.
Yeah.
And
good disclaimer there.
Came back. Yeah, it came back, but it was on a bye week because North didn't have a team. But we had a piss up at the Caxton, and that was organised to bring everyone together. Now, from that moment, we only lost one more game.
Yep.
Which was the first week of finals.
Yep.
Then we came back and beat that team in the grand final.
So,
and I'm saying...
You're saying piss-ups at the Caxton lead to victories?
Piss-ups at the Caxton lead to premierships.
Yep.
Victories, victories, proven. A premiership, proven. Premierships, might find out.
Also, the fact that it was last weekend, probably the last real piss-up the boys are going to have for quite some time. Maybe the bye week.
Yeah, in the limelight it will be.
Yeah. So the fact that they chose their last opportunity to come here, to Caxton, get on the sauce.
Yep.
I'm confident. Knocked off the Cowboys in the trial.
Yep. That's not nothing.
Talk to me in a week and a half and I could be in a completely different frame of mind.
Yeah.
We'll have to wait and see, I guess.
As people that have listened for a while would know, Darcy takes... a Broncos loss as heavy as someone losing their family childhood dog.
Yeah.
Would take the loss of that.
I've experienced both. Broncos loss might be harder. Yeah.
Yeah. 100%.
Big call.
Because you know it's always coming.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
Yeah. Now, just on the Omen thing, me personally, there's certain things that happen in the media or in the wider world. When I see it happen, I believe that's an omen for something's about to change.
Yeah.
Basically, whenever a Queensland team is an underdog,
Yep.
you just know they're going to win that weekend.
Speaking of Origin this year, with Bluebet at the moment, $2.35 Queensland.
Crazy.
Yeah.
That's value.
That is value.
That's
They're
a lot
underdogs.
of value.
Yeah.
It's a lot of value. I'd be getting on that easily. Point proven. We've already
Point proven, yeah.
I think we already went through a few weeks back about why we've already won.
Yeah,
the Origin.
I have a head shave bet on the Origin this year as well.
Really?
Yeah. Got to shave my head if Queensland lose. One of the blokes from work.
Yeah, right.
He said to me, we had to put in our best bet for the whole year, and mine was Broncos round 1 against Penrith, rolled into Queensland to win Origin.
Fuck.
He's from Sydney. Emailed me saying, mate, this is actually a good bet. And I responded saying, yeah, it is a great bet. You saying that is proof as to why it's a good bet.
Yeah.
Because you're all the fucking same, and that's the problem with your state. And then he called me out in front of the whole team. He was like, this bloke's throwing so much chat, so whoever loses Origin has to shave your head. And I was like, okay.
Okay. Yeah, right.
Stay tuned for that.
Yeah, we'll see what happens there. All right, so Rugby League, farewell for now.
See you in a week, baby.
Super Rugby, though.
Yeah.
Super Rugby is here this week.
Yeah.
Pretty excited for that.
Yeah.
Very excited.
For people who haven't listened to our previous podcast, we're going to be in Melbourne for Super Round on the Saturday night, or the 4th March.
4th of March, yeah.
4th of March, the Saturday, whatever. So we'll be in and around Melbourne Friday, Saturday. So if you see us, come say g'day, bud.
Yeah, it's going to be fucking horny. And remember, we do have a competition running as well for the most ordinary start to the year. So send us your submissions for that. We'll get a post up on Frothies.
If you're listening to this, it's gone live today.
Yep.
Well, maybe not if you're listening in the morning, but it will go live today. So stay tuned.
That's it. But what I'm most excited about Super Rugby this year, I've sort of harped on about it a little bit. It's a World Cup year.
Yeah.
Which basically means that, like, all teams are going to be humming because everyone wants, bro, France, World Cup, how sick would that be? Going over to France with the boys.
Yeah.
That would be
We want to go
sick.
so bad.
Yeah, so if someone wants to sponsor us to go over, that'd be awesome. But with the World Cup year, I just think people are going to step up. We have a real big depth in the winger department, I believe, at the moment.
Yep.
And my favourite person...
As Australia, you mean?
Yeah, as Australia.
Yeah.
And someone who I'm really keen to see is Marky Mark.
Yeah.
Now, he is, I believe, 23 years old. And
Marky Mark of we can't pronounce his last name fame.
Yeah, I've had a crack with the Blue Bet market. I really hope that is the correct pronunciation. And if it's not, I apologise profusely. But I just think my bold prediction for Super Rugby this year is he's going to be Australia's leading try scorer in the competition for Australian teams.
Do you reckon he'll earn himself a spot in the Wallaby squad for the World Cup?
Shit, yeah. I hope he's the winger. There's a young fella on the other side with the Waratahs, Max Jorgensen. I think he could be quite good as well. But there is an exciting time happening in rugby in Queensland.
Yep.
Actually, the Reds, some of our best mates, the Reds. They Michael Atkinson, Jeep's stalwart and Channel 9 commentator fame, presenter fame.
Yeah.
Is reporting that Tom Liner is going to start for the Reds this weekend because James O'Connor's still injured. So basically, I'm praying that it's the dawning of a new day. Tom Liner, the son of Michael Liner, the cousin of Michael Liner as well, who at our school was sort of a legend of sorts. Yeah. And someone who has
very fast runner.
Literally run rings around me on the football field in 6th grade for many a year. But we love him for it. He's a fucking weapon. And basically, I'm hoping that Tom just brings in a new era.
Yep.
How you going? Oh, spectacular. Good. So I'm hoping it with Tom Liner. It's the dawning of a new day, and it got me thinking, like, when are times where someone, you know, they've been an absolute throbber in the past, and then they've got a son coming through. I'm thinking like Preston Campbell with Jaden Campbell.
Yeah, currently.
You know what I mean? Like he's coming into league and he's tearing it up, and everyone knows how good Preston was.
Yeah, it's exciting. It's very exciting to see young players like shit. Can he emulate what his father did?
That's it.
Go one better.
That's it. In Union at the moment, I know Tim Horan, who was massive in the 90s for us in rugby, his son is coming, or has been around a bit, hasn't exactly cracked it, but, you know, when he started coming into the fray, everyone was like, fuck, have we got another absolute throbber coming through here? Yeah. But it's just, there's something about when someone who has been so good and their son is, because there's a lot of pressure on the child in general to come through.
Tristan Saller, is he related to Wendell?
Yeah. Definitely son of.
Dude, and gun.
Yeah.
Absolute gun.
I think I'm pretty sure when I was learning to swim when I was younger. Now, I learned to swim at a bit of a later age, maybe like 8.
Did you actually?
Yeah, for some reason I was like, I could swim, but I wasn't a very good swimmer until I got into it a bit more.
Like if you fell in the pool, you wouldn't drown.
Yeah, I'd be sweet. Like I'd scream, but I'd be all right. But
you could stand up, Josh.
I distinctly remember there was like a little heated kiddies pool where I was learning to swim, and you could fuck around in there.
Yeah.
And Wendell Saylor used to always sit there, and I just used to think it was sick that he was like right there.
Yeah.
And his son, who I believe is now I realise is Tristan.
Yeah.
Was just doing fucking laps of this.
Got the Broncos jersey on this year too.
And yeah, I think the most exciting part about that experience for me, and upon reflection, is that I was soaked in Sailor's piss. Because there's no way that a fella that young was not pissing in a pool.
It's true. Was Wendell in the water as well?
No. And I think there's something to that.
Well, yeah, you're right. Because he would be in the pool. Like he would be in the pool if he knew it was free of piss. So exactly. Why else would he stay out?
Yeah, exactly. So he knew that his son was.
Do you reckon that piss rubbed off on you and it has led you down the path of greatness, or?
Yeah, a little bit, but I think like maybe I washed it off.
Yeah.
Because I was going well for a while, and then I sort of got off the beaten track.
Yeah. Like there was too much chlorine in the pool, basically.
Yeah.
A little bit less chlorine, and you could have been anything.
I could have been anything.
Could have been anything.
Right now, I probably could be a trimmed up player, you know.
Playing for the Reds,
yeah. Going to France.
Shout out to chlorine.
Yeah, shout out to
ruining
chlorine
dreams.
For ruining dreams. But Tristan, if you're out there, if you need to, I don't know, piss on me again and we'll see what happens.
Anything for content.
Yeah, that's it. We're content whores. Last thing, 140 years of Queensland rugby this year.
Yep, that's horny.
That's fucking sick
in itself.
That is sick in itself. I think what is awesome is we're big fans of merch. Shout out to everyone that cops.
Big fans of merch.
Queensland's decided to go ahead and release a vintage replica of the OG,
the heritage
jersey. Now it looks fucking awesome.
It literally looks like what I was describing before, like the long. It's got long sleeves.
Yeah, it's got
long sleeves.
Oh my god,
it's got long sleeves.
Now we know there is something in that.
Yeah, we know for a fact. Also has a collar.
It does. A white collar.
I don't know what it is about collars, and we've touched on this many moons ago, but they make a jersey way more horny than a jersey with no collar.
Now, on that, Das, what do you think the horniest jersey you've ever seen is?
That's a good question. I really like there was a French team, Stade de France or something.
Yeah, yep.
Had the tie-dye.
Yep.
That was sick. I remember when I went to Paris, I was like trying to find it and buy it. Didn't end up getting one.
Yep.
That was sick. Any like old school rugby league one is mad when they have like the beer sponsors on them and like the jersey you got me.
Yeah, yeah.
3/4 sleeves.
So good.
They are fucking sick.
So good.
In recent times, the Queensland State of Origin jersey from 2020 with the collar.
Yeah.
Also, collar coming back for Queensland in Origin again this year. Maybe that's what we were talking about.
That's what we're talking about. That's it. That was our
already
win.
Won. Yeah. So basically, long sleeve collar equals horn. I
agree. I think one of my favourite jerseys of all time, and the most memorable one for me, was Wallabies 2003 World Cup kit.
Yeah.
There was something about it. It was like baggy.
Yeah.
I think it was the old school material still.
Yeah.
And it just looked fucking
Vodafone
sick.
on the front.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's so sick. Even just looking off to the left here, we've got a 2013 Wallabies jersey. See that? I like that.
Yeah.
It's just fucking bold and gold with Qantas.
The gold is sick.
So sick.
I love how the Wallabies get like iconic brands to sponsor them as well. Cadbury, Qantas.
Yeah.
Like there's something in the sponsors. Yeah.
Yeah, it's like Australian.
Fucking
It's so sick.
Yeah.
And then bit of a biased one, but also it's a simple one. The OG like 90s Jeeps jerseys and the ones that I grew up playing as a kid.
Like that?
Yeah, like this one right here.
Yeah, if you're watching on YouTube.
So simple and they're
Collar.
so old, but like
Collar.
Yeah, and it's a blue collar as well.
Yep. Blue and green striped.
But blue collar for just fucking blue collar blokes.
Blue collar blokes.
Fucking put it in.
Put it in. Get some blokes in blue collars and jam blokes down their throats.
Yeah, fucking oath. But it just reminds me of when I was a kid.
Yeah.
And playing
nostalgia.
Footy. It's nostalgic as fuck. And we used to have 6 sponsors on there as well.
Yeah.
So
that's what I think makes up a horny jersey, right? Sleeve length, collar, sponsor.
Yeah.
Material maybe. Although it doesn't really matter. If you have those,
the heavy materials are mate, I remember.
I'd hate to play in that heavy material though.
Dad used to work in Papua New Guinea, right?
Yeah.
And when I got old enough,
my dad did too.
Yeah. Both hot blokes too.
Yeah.
I remember when Dad, when I was old enough, I think it was like under 13s or 14s. Dad in his younger years was a lot skinnier than what I was in my younger years.
Yeah.
So I think when Dad was like 20, maybe he was the same sort of width as what I was when I was like 13. But I started getting all these footy jerseys he was giving me, and they were the ones that he got from when he was in PNG.
That's sick.
And they are the hottest, heaviest material I've ever had.
How do they play?
Bro, imagine playing in that in the jungle.
Like 40 degrees, yeah.
It'd be absolutely ridiculous.
Is that your bum?
Yeah, it was.
Jesus, I'm not looking forward to smelling that.
Oh, yeah, no, don't. Block it, block it, block it. Blocker play, blocker. Now...
Sorry if I sound a bit weird. My nostrils are blocked.
So with...
Darcy, can you get horny in a non-horny jersey?
Can you get horny in a non-horny jersey?
Yeah, so could you get horny in a New South Wales Blues jersey?
Personally, I couldn't.
I probably couldn't.
But there's probably some New South Wales people that could. Like if you had a jersey with shit sponsors, no collar, and short sleeves, you probably could still get horny.
You probably could. Now, let's say you did get horny in that jersey, or just horny in a jersey. How do you reckon you'd go playing? Like is it distracting or is it a bit performance enhancing?
I think it'd be performance enhancing. You'd be like a raging bull. There'd be a tipping point though. Like you don't want to be too horny.
Yeah.
Like getting distracted and stuff.
Yeah, it'd be fucked, mate. I would also hate to run around with a fucking boner.
Yeah.
But also it could put some people off from tackling you.
Like a rudder steering you through.
It's literally like a third arm for palming. If someone's trying to go lower around the legs, they're going to get fucking swatted off by your cock.
A third arm for palming.
Yeah.
I like that.
Yeah.
Yeah. So...
Mine's more of a finger doing a gentle push.
So Queensland Origin have horny jerseys. Players get horny. Extra arm for palming. We win.
Yeah.
Take the $2.35.
Can you imagine getting palmed by Josh Papali'i's third arm?
Yep. Like
be
getting stumped.
So yeah. Shout out to Long John. It's absolutely ridiculous. Alrighty, look, I think we'll leave it at that.
Let's leave it at that.
Let's leave it at that.
That's a great way to finish. Thanks for tuning in.
Yeah, thanks for tuning in once again, guys, as well. Thanks for copping merch. It's been fucking sick. We'll get those ones out to you in the next couple of weeks. But stay tuned. We've got some ripper calls coming in for Monday, so we're very excited.
We are.
And
don't piss the sheets and give them heaps.
Yeah, and get a bloke down your throat, you horny little cunts.
Bye-bye.